Alright, so I got a trio of stories here. I didn't want to do an individual video for each of these stories because they're just not a big deal. It's from the direct. I got it on archive. I'll link in the description box if you want to read it for yourself. Disney officially cancels Margot Robbie's Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And I talked to a couple people I know, and they didn't even know that this was going to happen. They didn't even know that there was supposed to be a female-led Pirates of the Caribbean movie. 2020 reports revealed that Robbie would headline a spinoff for the aforementioned franchise, replacing lead star Johnny Depp. That's when they were basically canceling Depp for the bullshit with Amber Heard and stuff. Back in August, Jerry Bruckheimer confirmed that a sixth entry to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise is happening, thus further cementing Robbie's involvement in eventual takeover. However, it seems that the hype surrounding the Suicide Squad star's involvement with Disney's pirate-centric franchise has died down after a new report of its unfortunate development. She was speaking to Vanity Fair. She said, we had an idea and we were developing it for a while, ages ago, to have more of a female-led, not totally female-led, but just kind of a different story, which we thought would have been really cool, but I guess Disney don't want to do it. I'm assuming they don't want to do it. It's unclear how the spin-off's cancellation will impact the separate sixth mainline land or whatever. They'll probably end up bringing back Johnny Depp. The idea that you should try to, female-led and all this kind of stuff, it's like, man, come on, dude. If you want to introduce new characters, that's fine, but whatever. The other one, these are stories from BindingTheComics.com. Indiana Jones 5 director James Mangold denies rumors of Harrison Ford's replacement by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, says it was never discussed. There was a report from Doomcock who had said that they had done a bunch of test screenings and that they all went terribly. Disney, as he says here, Disney has had test screenings of not 1 to 6 different endings, and not a one can get a good audience score. We've been told out of the six endings they tested, the best one gets a 35% approval from test audiences, before noting that Bridge put the hat on in every ending. She puts on Indy's hat, takes his whip, and the brave and stunning display of girl power, she becomes the bestest Indy ever, and everything. They ended up talking to James Mangold, who's the director. This guy asked him, has there been test screenings of Indy 5 yet? Rumors are flying. He replies, nope, haven't been any screenings at all. And someone else, blah, 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 they comment, we want to comment on this, on her replacing Harrison Ford at the end of the movie, awful if true. James Mangold replies, but not true, so not awful. Then some guy's being sarcastic here. No, but you're wrong. Basement Dweller 46 said that, Kathleen Kennedy personally replaces Indiana Jones with a woman in the movie, and test screening audiences hate it. And he says, seemingly missing the user's sarcasm, Mangold earnestly answered, well, Paulo, it's up to you who you believe, anonymous troll named Basement Dweller and Doomcock, or the actual director of the film. No one will ever replace Indiana Jones. Not in any script, not in any cut, never discussed. Now, that does kind of jive with what I've heard Harrison Ford say in the past, where basically Indiana Jones dies when he dies, essentially. But, at the same time, we're going to find out what happens, because this movie is eventually going to come out. And I could very easily see them trying to do this kind of bullshit. Not personally saying that James Mangold would want to do that or whatever, but he might be forced into do it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll link this in the description box as well. 2023 is when it's coming out. Here's another story. Transformers Earthspark season finale rolls out franchise's first non-binary Transformer, which is just fucking stupid. These are Transformers. They're not he or she. They're it. All of them. They don't have fucking genders. They're robots. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? But anyway, apparently it's a first season to Paramount Plus on November 11th. The latest CGI installment of the legendary robot series, blah, blah, blah. Follows the story of Robbie and Morgan, Mo Malta, two humans who end up discovering Cybertronians, blah, blah, blah. There they are right there. It goes on. It gives some more talk about the story and stuff. You can read it if you want. I'll link in the description box. Who cares? Whatever. It seems more like a, kind of a, series. Anyway. The Autobot leader, they're talking about Optimus he's welcoming his team through an upcoming raid of the villain Android's lair. Android leader, blah, blah, blah. Our Autobot leader can be seen using random household objects such as soda bottles, cups, and even toys to represent the terrain and his allies respectively. But Nightshade takes notice of a penguin bobblehead before proceeding to ask his leader if he can be represented by it on the board. Caught off guard by this request, Optimus hesitates and begins to answer, finding himself confused as to just which pronouns to use in reference to the Terran Transformer. Seeking to break the tension, Mo steps in for Nightshade, and after exchanging an acknowledging nod with the Autobot, turns it to Optimus. Nightshade's pronouns are they and them. Like, what the fuck? That's fucking idiotic. What the hell? He or she just doesn't fit with who I am, Nightshade says. But it talks about how in the second season of Beast Wars, there's a character named Transmutate who was basically heavily damaged during the crash landing. It was referred to as it, essentially. Basically, that's the whole thing. Like I said, you can read it for yourself. Technical argument can be made that Transmute was not a proper transformer due to its damaged nature. It still nevertheless laid the foundation almost 25 years ago for the reveal that the media so lavishly praising Earthspark for doing now. You know, and then they talk some about the in 2018 IDW comics and stuff revealed that a number of previously established series mainstays were some form of LGBT. The first to undergo this change was the classic, Transformer RC, was retconned into be a cybertronian equivalent of a male to female transgender individual. And this goes on and on. And there's more examples and stuff. You can, like I said, you can read this for yourself. I just think it's fucking stupid. It's like they're fucking robots. They are robots. They are not male. They're not female. They're neither. They're not non-binary. I guess in a way you could call them that if you really want, but then by that definition, they're all fucking non-binary. They're its. They're robots. Do you call your car? I guess some people. I guess a fair amount of people do. I suppose maybe this is where it comes from. I don't know. I've never called a girl she. Unless like you're kind of joking around, or something like that. I've never called what do you call your coffee pot? He or she next. Like, what the fuck? They're fucking robots. I don't get it. It's not a huge deal, of course, and that's why, like I said, I'm just doing all these videos at once because I don't think these stories are important enough to really make entire videos about. But whatever. I'll link these in the description box. You can read all these stories for yourself if you want. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.